Welcome. How are you? We talked quite a bit about the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Funny enough, we can know a lot, but it is hard to be wise about a lot of topics, but wisdom is possible to be touched, but knowing everything is not. We can find many books, from romances to self-help books walking through spiritual ones, the path to wisdom. How some achieved, how some that didn't believe it can be done. I like the presence approach. Actually, it is the only symbol that fit all the texts. Maybe wisdom as presence or found on it. But I am getting ahead of myself here. First, and I believe easier to notice, wisdom can be threatening. When you start to touch it, suddenly our mind tries to, almost, fight back. Well, our minds want to protect us, and the unknown wisdom can bring is quite surprising. So, how can we keep going inside, practicing what lead us to wisdom? I would say, observe the mind, be with this king and understand its goals, needs, preferences, fears. After that, keep going using these 3 parts of wisdom. Well, if you search a bit you will find 3, 4, 5 as many divisions to wisdom as you wish. And parts may not be inside the other. But look at the tree of life, not the tradition Jewish. We can look at the top 3 spheres as the whole wisdom, or one above the top one, where we mortals will not see or understand, or the whole tree as a symbol of wisdom. In other words, wisdom will present itself in different symbols, words, images, sensations as you need in your path. Some people will walk a more traditional path and have a striated rule for it, I suppose. Some will find it looking at the same lake you were born and grew up near. And that's okay. As I always say, it will be different. However, in order to continue your search, you can keep going using one of the 3 aspects until you unite them. As you act on different parts of your life, but at the end of the day, you will observe peace, love, joy touching all of it no matter where you find it. So, modulating and learning about this material life transformations, studying the sky, symbols on your higher mind, higher mental activities, or studying and connecting with your divine and/or divine beings. Secondly, pay attention to this new bud you have. Give it proper care, even when your mind tries to kill it. Wisdom practices, as those 3 I mentioned before, will help your path, and you will be able to drive yourself to mental, physical, emotional places that will nourish yourself so you can keep touching this wisdom. Thirdly, and this is quite hard to talk about. Some people that starts a spiritual journey can feel so impacted by its own mind that believes in some of its presentations. I saw people claiming to be the reincarnation of saints, kings and celebrities. Others saying they saw many things that kind of make them specials. So, do follow your intuition, follow the star, pay attention to this wise voice inside of you, doubt it sometimes, provoke repetitive voices. That will be just thoughts actually when sometimes material life is harder. Study your dreams and the symbols you see around, but keep this in mind, nothing of this matter. And I will tell you why. If you are a reincarnation, but not the resurrection, your life is to be of the one you're living now. Learn from the past and forget it if you may, but don't get attached to it. Imagine this past life was a college course, and now he is in another you wanted to be. So, give attention to this one. I would recommend you even keep it to yourself. What will change, other than feed an egoistic aspect, you say I was that queen to others? To keep your path to wisdom, to all and any high aspect of mental, emotional, material, spiritual part of life, you must have harmony and touch all of them. So, if you are all in your head about being a past king, your material and material mental are disbalanced. You are not living connected here, and this as important as being connected spiritually. The moment to be detached to this materiality will come beautifully if you keep walking the path balanced. Well, going back to the topic. Observe the material mind, use those three paths to study and meet wisdom, observe your intuition and signs with caution, with reason, and act on them. Your bud will become a beautiful tree of wisdom with those steps. Well, thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you resonated with what you heard today, I invite you to engage with our community by subscribing to the Initiates Path YouTube channel. Together, let's explore the depths of our potential and embrace the power of now. Remember, the journey begins with a single step. Let's take it together.